The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
And how's everybody doing, man? This is Danny Rivera, the Advocate. You already know to listen to me Friday nights at 10 to 11 and Saturday 10 to 11. And I'm here with a lot of guests today. So I'm here with, you already know, out there, the co-host Ryan from The Ryan Show.
Wow.
Big T.
Title, baby.
And shout your name out, my G.
Franco Van Derko, man. What's going on?
What's going on, man? So it's great to have everybody here, and everyone's like, wow, it's probably like a packed house today. So I know you wanted to say a couple words.
No, I just wanted to acknowledge a rap artist that's in the family. His name is $1 Million Smile. Recently,
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yes, Mr. Ching, yes. But he recently was a victim of a 5-alarm fire that happened in the Bronx in Soundview. And, you know, his wife and kids now obviously have been displaced. And I want him to know that we're, you know, love and prayers are out, and we will do whatever is possible to make it right for him. But he did say when you have a major setback, just stay on course.
You know what's cool about Millions? He's always about positivity. He's always trying to help out the community. He's been through a lot, man. Been gone for 15 years, Big T.
And you know, and whatever adversity and stuff like that comes his way, he just keeps on persevering and just letting him know that, you know, we're here for him. And one more shout out to my boy Romani. He actually directs me on a daily basis, and he didn't think I was going to shout him out tonight. So there you go, Romani. Okay, you can have the floor now.
So then shout out to the boss.
No, that's not until later. But go ahead.
Yeah, man. So listen, we were coming up with a good interview. We were coming up with some good questions, man, about Big T. What you said, remember how you wanted to let like a migrant into the house or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Start a new podcast.
Exactly.
Homes in my home.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was thinking the same exact thing with Ryan.
That was made up 10 minutes ago, by the way.
Yeah. So, like, Ryan, like, you be seeing all this too, but like, what's been going on? It's just been insane. Like, even with the money, you know?
Yeah, I thought you were referring for me looking for like a place to stay sometimes. I was like, a Long Island. I thought maybe I could, crash the podcast.
The podcast room?
Sleep with the migrants for the migrants.
Nah, but it's insane though when you really look at it, man. Like, they're really getting room. Is it like the government is paying for their rooms if they like stay at your house? Is that what it is, or do they gotta work? Like,
Are they staying at your house right now?
No. I'm barely staying at my house. I just moved in. I got a broken bed, no Wi-Fi, no AC. I'm living like a migrant, I guess. I mean, probably living better than
Migrant moves in. He's right here.
And trust me, my neighbors don't want me either. The whole neighborhood.
Oh God, this is going to be a good show.
Oh yeah, no doubt, it's gonna get canceled real soon. But like something that we were really talking about that was really dope was we were talking about like the future of America with the money and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I was just shocked because you know what, he came up with a lot of great points, Ryan.
Really? Oh, please do tell.
Me with the future of money?
Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, at this point, I just think that all the money's moving overseas. I think that if you're not investing in a place like Uganda, you're out of your mind.
Oh, wow.
That's where my head's at now.
Really? In Uganda?
For sure. Yeah. If you want to invest in real estate, I say pick a country out there at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are. I know Big T doesn't agree with me though. Big T was saying that there's stocks are rising here in America.
That's how I feel.
Listen, when you have a cutthroat government like ours that'll kill their own people,
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
true.
Like it may not be. We might not bounce back for the American people, but just all these rich, high and mighty people. You think they're gonna let America crawl? Where are they gonna go?
Yeah, that's
Uganda?
true. He's
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, you see, what's his name building it up? Akon's building it up.
like,
Exactly. There's
You know
plenty of
what I'm
places
saying?
you can
So,
build your
yeah,
own
so,
city
like,
now. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but what I was saying too was, like, I understand your point of view and I understand his point of view. But the thing is, let's be on honest facts. If they cripple the American dollar, all these countries that are third world countries are gonna fold. So they can't take the money right away. I feel like we're gonna be dead before we see anything really shift between the powers of America. That's how I feel.
No, you're right. It's not like just America's going through a recession. It feels like the whole world is because it's a trickle-down effect of everyone needing each other, of the big dogs' money, you know?
Right.
And listen, I'm not against Africa being on the come-up because they have China backing them now. You know what I mean? Like, that's important, but I'm still believing in America. I'm drinking the
Kool-Aid, but the thing is, how many countries already signed on to that? There's not that many countries signed on. I've been like researching the whole thing. They keep going, well, you know, this country's gonna sign up, but then all of a sudden you break it down and see how much money's already out there. That's the American dollar and the real value inside investments. If they pull that through, it's an economic crash. If they pull it through. So when you really take a look at that, like, you really can't. Like, you got, what was it? What is it, like 87 years that we had it or something like that? Because they said like every 100 years that the money and the power is always switched. What do we have it like? No, I think we had it like 101 years already. Yeah. So like 101 years of money out compared to what new thing that's coming out now? Nah. You can't do it. How are you going to do it? You're going to just switch the money and all that money is just going to become paper money? It's not going to work.
We're going to be living on bitcoins.
Oh, yeah.
That can work.
Either that, or America's the first country to put someone trans on the dollar bill and try to get the world back on their side.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to Games on Pride.
Georgina Washington.
Yeah, exactly. Georgina Bush.
Well, technically, America actually is the first person with a transgender, what was it, speaker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? Again, it is what it is. We got bought up, and you know what I mean? It is what it is right now. This is America. You're gonna like it or not, but it's kind of scary though, you know? Because the way how like they push everything on us is like, yo, here, eat this, spoon feed this, and just keep going. Yeah. In like, what, 5 years? Like, what was it, like 10-year span that they just changed the whole country?
And no offense, I really don't even like turning on the news anymore.
Oh, no, it's depressing.
I just don't. Last time I watched the news like that.
Yeah, you know, I used to watch, used to like watching whatever news station it was.
You ever watch like Fox Alert? All of a sudden, like you just turn on the TV every 5 minutes, like Fox Alert.
Yeah, CNN too.
Yeah. It's like Biden has just found, we just have found, Joe Biden. Like, why do I want to care about this man's personal life? Like, you
let
guys
him sniff his children, leave him alone.
It's like a reality
Let
TV
him
show.
sniff those kids, leave him alone.
Yeah, but it just gets tiring all the time hearing about all those little minuscule little items about him. I'd rather you focus on the more,
American people.
You know,
like focus on my pocket, focus on your pocket, focus on what we're paying you guys for.
They're not doing that.
It's like every time what the media tries to cover something up, and then a new bill is passed, and you're like, where is this from? Like, where is this from?
So Ryan,
it's quick.
I know.
So Ryan, how are you doing today?
It's like, oh, they don't get along, but when that alert thing comes off, they're all best friends again.
These guys are really cool, by the way.
Oh yeah, we got two great Long Islanders here.
I know. Can you just?
I mean, I won't
introduce
admit
them.
it, but Queens, Brooklyn. To me, that's still.
I mean, you got Big T, right? And I heard you're a chef.
Yeah.
That is like, what would you be your ultimate dinner for me right now?
I've been on a risotto kick.
Okay, no, I don't do risotto. Okay, but go ahead.
Oh, you don't like risotto?
Nah, I'm not really.
Like rice?
You know what? It's got to be made.
Yeah, that's rice.
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm just saying. I just not a fan of risotto. But go ahead, keep going.
Just.
What else you got for me?
I've been doing just like a lot of like different like hybrid things. You know, like breakfast egg rolls. I don't know, just
I like that. I like that.
Like, you said breakfast egg rolls.
You know,
breakfast egg rolls. You know, I like things that are stuffed too. I like stuffed cabbage or stuffed peppers.
Oh,
do you do stuffed peppers? I love stuffed peppers. I want to get the recipe from him.
What?
Stuffed peppers.
Now I want to know about his hybrid food.
So
I want some hybrid. Where's this hybrid at?
So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I'm a stand-up comedian.
Oh God, I did not know that.
Oh,
Go ahead.
How didn't you not know that?
Well, sometimes people are just
Big
funny.
T, Big T, hold up. Big T, did she come with us to Queens? She was there, right?
I wasn't there. He says I was there.
With me?
I know, yeah. Hold
She
on.
was there. With
There
me,
was someone
who
that
would
looked
do
like you.
We got her on video though. We got her on video when we were eating the food, the
Is
pizza.
that the time that they told me to go back in for that time that we were double parked outside? Is that the time?
Yes, and yes, it
You
was.
were there.
I was there then. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Like Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. And where was it? In
Wits End.
Wits End, yeah. And then it was funny because it was COVID, and it was like about like 300 to like 500 more people there.
It was crazy.
Everybody and God's name was there because nobody had anywhere to gather.
And we had a comedy show.
A fighting thing in the cage. The boxing ring?
Oh, you went to that too? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. E passed away, man.
What?
Yeah, the kid that we went to go see on my birthday in like old school, like underground fight club in a junkyard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the VIP seats were on the flatbeds. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
No, the buses, the broken buses.
Yeah,
we were sitting on the broken buses.
Like, They had the dogs in the front. It was that night was awesome.
Yo, it was ill because he was like, yo, get in. We get in there. All of a sudden he shuts the door. It's like having like a huge steel door, and it just shuts, and then we're all in there, and everyone's just like hanging out. It's like, whoa. Shout out to the COVID days. Who misses the COVID days? Those are fun times, right?
Not me.
I missed the junkyard fights. What the heck? Where is that?
It was Keith Murray, Hula Rula, the
Hula Dula, the woo
Black
ruler.
Dula.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, man. This is Danny Rivera, the Advocate. We're gonna be right back. And we're back. This is Danny Rivera, the Advocate. And Althea, I know you got a couple of questions.
No, I don't
for our
have any
hosts.
questions. No. You and
guess.
Ryan. Yeah, well, I met Big T and I met Franco here. Now, I know he's a chef and a comedian, which is pretty cool. So until he makes me stuffed peppers, though, I'm not talking to him. So let's go to Franco. What is it that you do, hon?
So I actually own a marijuana company here in New York.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I got to sit next to this guy. I am sitting next to this guy. Go ahead. Whereabouts?
So right now we're still waiting for the proper licensing. We focus up on merchandise, infused desserts, infused meals, medicated meals.
Wow.
We need to give you a proper introduction, brother.
Yeah.
We know who you are. I know who you are. You're a
Give
goddamn
him-
legend.
Go ahead.
We
No,
need to give
give
New
him a
York
product-
pot butter.
Do we have a drum roll
I
or
need
something?
the floor. No. I need the floor because this man needs his goddamn medicated roses.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
serious. Because I remember I went to an event one time on Long Island and I saw little squeeze bottles. You know the squeeze bottles that you
Yeah.
see the Japanese chefs shooting into
Yeah.
people's mouths at the lodging? And it's filled with medicated fluids.
Wow.
Buffalo sauce, butter, garlic butter, everything that you could possibly want on your wings. And it was, presentation A+, all the greatest baked goods right there. See, there's a lot of like backwards people living in their parents' basement selling edibles on Long Island. These weed shows, giving
Yeah.
people fentanyl or God knows what else. We're talking about the real deal. Holyfield
Don't be
right here.
talking
He
about
needs
that.
his real damn introduction. That's all. So, from here on, Franco, take the floor, brother. Hats off to you, man. You do an incredible thing with your chefery and your butters. I mean, where do you get the idea?
Man, shout out to
start
a
your own
legend
pot
in
butter?
New York, man.
I've thought about this before. Like, it must be hard to like start a line of butter, right?
Right, yeah.
Because a lot of people are medicating everything now.
That's
but for
it.
you to actually come up with the ingredients and sell it, what was the thought behind that?
Man, we've been doing this since, back in high school, 2009, 2010. Kind of just perfected the craft. We were going to start with just butter, and we did. We thought it would be just butter.
Wow.
We would dish the butter out. You could put it on really anything.
Yeah.
Then it went to olive oil, canola oil, anything you can cook with, we infuse. So we also figured, when you're eating something, if you can get a little high doing it, why not infuse it?
Wait. You're telling me butter
Infused.
infused?
Yes.
Yeah, infused butter.
Ingenious.
Yep. Unsalted butter, baby.
It puts a new coin to the phrase, I can't believe it's not butter.
Hey, look right here.
But it is butter. That's what's
Oh
so
my God.
I gotta bring
Oh
you a
my
hat
God.
next time.
I am so bad. My eyes are really bad.
That's actually like one of our slogans.
Oh, I love
It's a very
it.
familiar logo.
My
it's a
eyes
little
are real
butter
bad.
man.
That's a slogan?
No,
I
no,
love it. I love it.
That's gonna be our number 3.
Yeah. I can't believe it's pot butter. With the little butter man, and he's smoking a doobie.
Yes,
In
sir.
a bath of butter.
Okay, but
It's just
it's only
brilliant
butter. You
marketing.
don't have margarine or any kind of other spread, olive spread?
Well, we actually make a shirt that says "I can't say it on the radio" an
Okay,
expletive margarine. So
Oh.
if you want to check out the website, you can go get one of those shirts.
All right.
www.
Can I get one? I
Where's
want-
that
I want-
website?
I
People
want-
are driving on their phone right now, Googling it. How'd they get to your website? What's the website?
www.nypb.store. We've got a bunch of merch out there, a bunch of merch coming. 4th of July coming around
Nice.
the corner.
That's a huge part of it. Though I feel like a lot of these companies would be more successful if they had good merch.
Yeah.
They need to have the good logo, some good quality clothes.
Yep.
We're talking to the king of merch right here, honestly, Big T. Big T was the first person that opened my eyes to how important merchandise is. Half the people in New York City are walking around with his face on their hat and they don't even realize
Yes,
it is.
they did.
It's Big T.
Yes,
as
they
a
did.
chef.
T. I remember
incredible.
that.
You know what? Because
I
actually,
remember
with
that.
these two
Wow.
right now, it's actually intriguing me because, like you said, is a lot of people out there are following their same format, right? All the merch and everything, it's all the same. It seems all the same. This is totally different and out of the box.
That's what we do around
You
here.
know?
That's what the advocate focuses on.
That's
Focus
what-
on bullying and pot butter.
Yeah.
Things that are important around Long Island.
They know about.
That's it.
They go hand in hand. You know? Try to prevent.
Oh, that was great.
I didn't even think of it that way. Yeah, but
oh man,
you know?
it's all love, man. It's all love, man.
And the merch, like I always say, I'm just some Jo from Rockaway, and people when I put it on my story, I'm trying to be right for the radio. You know?
That was good.
That was a preconceived thought of the Jo because I was trying to censor myself. But I put on my story, new hat. I get the basketball jerseys going.
Okay.
People love it. You know what I mean? That's and I'm in the middle of trademarking it. You can't. It's hard to trademark the food part.
Right.
But we got the merch. Of course, we're going to do the
Yeah.
other thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the bread and butter.
The bread and butter. Oh, I love that.
The bread and butter.
Yeah.
Man, we tried trademarking. I can't believe it's pot butter. We got shut down quick.
But for the
Really?
merch,
Oh, dude, quick. So now I got a guy just trying to coin the term pot butter. So anytime you use pot butter, you go right back to this place.
Nice.
That's really smart.
It's gonna take a minute.
Well,
but
that's what it is.
Yeah,
with
no,
this.
no, it's hard, man.
But that's
It's
what it
really-
is with this generation and these
It's hard.
and these people. The minute you have something good, they all want to take it. They all want to copy it. They all want to just siphon as much as
Well,
they can.
it's
from
really
you.
hard. Like it's really hard to find people that are really authentic and original. Now everybody, like you said, wants to copy. It's like you say one thing and the next thing all of a sudden you see is
That's
like,
it.
bro, I'm doing this. Like me being a advocate and then / doing the music and being a DJ, I made a phrase up and now I'm watching everybody say it. Breaking them. And I was
Breaking
like,
artists. Breaking artists is.
breaking them. Where we at?
No,
Like,
you go. His
no, I
famous
can't
is
say it.
artist
Man.
alert. Artist alert.
Artist alert. Yeah, man.
And now everybody's saying it.
Yeah.
there's a lot of insecure people out there, man. And like I know,
Yeah,
I
so
know I'm in a
so
room
many
full of
insecure people here.
people that love each other. We got the biggest mirrors
People
in our
that
house.
love each other.
I love ourselves.
And you know the radio loves us too.
We're gonna need another hour with these
Oh, this
guys.
is gonna be great.
You know? We need another hour.
Right, sitting there with the glasses, loving himself, like, yeah, I put this together.
Yeah, so much
I
fun
put
for
this-
myself hiding behind these glasses. My God.
So how long have you been in business?
So like I said, we've been doing it since high school. Under the actual brand, it's been 3 years. As of 420 this year.
Oh,
So
420.
yeah, nice and easy to remember, right?
You know what? I
A lot
was.
of 420
I
right
am
here.
so old school because somebody had said 420 to me, and I had no clue what that meant.
Oh man, you need
I
to
know.
drop. You need to drop something on that. Like,
No, I am. Yeah, I am so old school because you've seen me too a lot of
I know,
times.
you're
Like
not from
people say
Germany, are
phrases
you?
to me and I have no clue what they're.
Yeah.
What was that?
she's Greek. She's Greek.
No, but you know,
That
I
happened to
just
me recently. With
I'm just not street smart. I guess you want to say.
the
Is that-
migrant's daughter, we were fooling around, and I said 69. She didn't understand that, so I said 6'9", and then
You see how easy it is?
Adios mio.
so life is confusing.
I got
out
a
there
joke.
with these
You want to hear
terms,
my
you know?
joke?
No.
I got a joke.
Go ahead.
Okay. They changed the number 69 to 96. Do you know why?
Please tell me.
Because with inflation now, even eating out has gone up.
I love that you almost couldn't finish the joke.
Are we allowed to use that on radio? Do we just get beat?
I don't know.
Oh, that's fine. That's new. That's not that bad.
No, it wasn't.
No,
bad.
that was funny.
That's
That's
nothing.
good. I never heard that one.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Inflation.
Well, I'm just saying. That was actually a joke I heard like maybe about like 2 or 3 days ago.
Well, that's really bad. But shout out to whoever made that joke right here, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It was somebody on Instagram, so it wasn't me.
Really quick before we keep stealing Instagram jokes here.
Okay, go
We do
ahead.
have the king of pot butter here. I
Yes.
gotta take shots back. And I gotta ask you, man, the rollout in New York City didn't go as smooth as I thought it would with legality. I don't know a single person that buys pot legally that goes to these stores and buys it.
Yeah,
What do you
you're right.
think that can be done? What can be done differently? Maybe with this year's rollout, however they change the legislation?
Yeah,
Or do
I
you think
mean-
it's a lost cause at this point?
No, I think 2003 will be the year that, when New York actually becomes the mecca for marijuana, that everyone will start talking about. 2003 is going to be the year when this actually finally rolls out. They've been slowly rolling out because they're not trying to do what California does. They're trying to learn from Colorado. But, coming out a little bit slow, you have a lot of cultivators out there that are just sitting on flower, sitting on
Well,
flower.
yeah, that's true too, and the laws too out here with even with like the towns and all that as well.
Yeah, not many opting in.
I already know.
Well, the potency tax is what's killing everybody in New
Really?
York. Because
Yeah.
if you have more, more potent pot, more potent flour, your THC percentage goes up, you pay more taxes on it.
Oh wow.
How does that work? Is there how do you know the
Well,
exact
they learn
numbers
how to
on
get
that?
some money.
Yeah, right? They're the biggest dogs now, man.
Start
learn
dumping
to
them
get
bud in the Hudson River.
Yeah, right, dude?
I'm not a history buff. What happened in Boston with the tea or something?
Same shit. I'm sorry.
I was about to say that too. That's right.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
The Long Island Weed Party.
I'm sorry.
Is what he
Oh,
means.
no, we party.
But
And we're close to it. We are close to it. Because like you said, there's all these farmers. So why would all these farmers grow all this pot if they're not even allowed to sell it? Because like you said, they're sitting on tons and tons of it.
I think they thought that. I mean, most of them probably thought that all these stores would be open, all these dispos would be open.
Cue right to the break.
Yeah, you already know, man. This is Danny Rivera, the advocate.
We'll
gonna
finish
be
that
right
thought when we
back.
get back, right?
We're gonna be right back, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, everybody? You already know this is Danny Rivera, the advocate, and I am here with my lovely co-host out there.
Of course.
Ryan, Big T, say your name.
Franco, come on, man.
I know your name. I just like when somebody else says that.
I was ready for you, bro.
No, don't think he's not forgetting your name. He loves doing that.
Yeah. Put me
He'll
on the
call
spot.
me
I
in the
love it.
kitchen and go, "Yo, say your name."
He does it.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, that's my stuff. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Kid of
That's
caboodle.
amazing.
Yo, say your name.
Oh my
Say
God.
your name.
That is a good
Yeah.
one.
Well, the thing is, I feel like if somebody goes and introduces themselves better,
Introduces.
introduction.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Introduce
Pot
your-
butter. Blame the pot butter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yo, this is a great show. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. Take the floor, Ryan,
Oh
please.
my gosh, please. It's so good to be here, everybody. I'm very excited because we have the Subway Series coming up, guys. We've got Yankees fans, Mets fans all here. General consensus on New York baseball.
Oh,
We think, are we
Jesus. Are you
happy?
serious?
We want to pull our hair out, what's left of our hair. Big
Oh.
T and I.
No, I'm a Met fan.
What do you think about your Mets? Let's start there.
No, I have Uncle Steve. We
And
got
you're-
someone who's willing
Uncle
to
Steve.
spend.
Who's Uncle Steve?
I love
Yeah,
it. So
I love
you're
it
not- you're not
too. When we're
influenced.
terrible, we just keep giving more money. We feel like the Yankees of the '90s, Steinbrenner now, baby.
That's what I'm saying. So you're not upset that you guys are spending all this money and you guys aren't the best team in baseball?
Hot dogs are still $15.
Yeah, it's true.
Like $16? All right, good. I needed
And
some
that's your
singles.
show.
Have you been to a Met game recently?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I'm a Yankee fan. I'm sorry. But
Don't
when
be.
I used to
Yeah,
go to
don't
a,
be.
And she's from Queens.
oh, okay, shush.
Well,
you know what?
hold
Enough
on.
with that.
How are you a Yankee fan?
Cow,
from
cow,
Queens?
now.
Geographically, I would have to drive past Shea Stadium
Yeah,
as a
I
kid to
know.
get to the Bronx in the 90s. The Bronx now is great. Imagine the 90s. And this is the team you chose?
Yeah.
You're geographically
I'm not going to
incorrect.
get into this. No, I remember Shea Stadium when it had the tiles. Remember when it only had the tiles? The new stadium.
I thought you're a Yankee fan. How do you remember this?
because it's in Flushing Meadow Park. You pass it all the time on the Grand Central. You know?
can see the tiles from there.
And
You
it's
could
usually
see-
traffic,
you could
so you're
see-
driving slow.
I am not going to get a word in edgewise with you two.
Alright, shut up.
No, but I'm just saying the tiles. Do you remember the tiles? They had these big square tiles on Shea Stadium.
Oh, with the neon.
You know what?
thing?
You're not really a Met fan
Yes,
if you can't remember that.
no,
dude.
I got
Should I
arrested.
have-
I got
know the
kicked out of
interior
Shea Stadium. What are you
decorating.
talking
Do I
Wait,
have-
what did you get kicked out of Shea Stadium for? I want to hear this.
I was
Intoxicated.
gacked up on certain illegal drugs, and I was drinking Evan Williams, which is Jack Daniel's cheap
Oh,
cousin,
wow.
before it jumped the shark. And all
And
these
you got
hipsters started
kicked out of Shea
Well,
Stadium.
it was all coming up in my throat. I was like, oh, and instead of going down, I went like this, and it went 5 different directions. Family and friends. But my friends threw me away from the seats, and then I got arrested for assault, mistaken identities, like bad
was that
karma.
like-
You know what I mean? I was like, I was dripped out. All NY jacket, Beltran, belt buckle, Met hat, I was
Beltran.
I was on drugs, you know what I mean? And they're like, him. I'm like, what happened? I just woke up. I was like, after like
wow.
5 innings of sleeping after throwing up on his family.
I guess.
And the guy has me in the holding cell. He's like, get off the ground. I'm like, what, are you going to arrest me twice? I'm screwed right now. You know what I mean? I'm not standing up in this cage. Like,
So
screw
what
you.
what seats did you have? Did you have mezzanine? Did you have loge? What'd you get?
At Shea?
At Shea. Mm-hmm.
Anywhere.
Anything?
Anywhere back then.
You weren't
in the
season
stadium.
ticket holder or nothing?
No, not. I was.
See, I
was
was.
on drugs.
I wasn't at
Did he-
Yankee
a couple
Stadium.
years
See,
ago,
there's
I
Wait. You were.
See, yeah, I was a season ticket holder thanks to my
That's
brother.
a long drive to be going every game.
Yeah, we would. But you know what? When it came down to like back in '95 and '96, when the playoffs were going on and the ALCS and everything, you could sell one game and make for the entire season again.
So were you at the '96 World Series?
Yes,
back
I was.
Wow. All right. You gotta give it to her. You gotta give it to her.
And I was at '98, and then again in '95, '96, and '98.
Name 3 players.
Name 3. Don't even get me started.
You were at the 96?
Yeah. I was there for the playoffs. The World Series, I was there. You can ask my brother.
Wait. You were there for the World Series and I didn't even know this?
Well, how would you not know? How would you know that?
You don't say nothing to
Well,
me
we
about the
don't
Yankees. Oh, yeah.
we
I
don't-
said don't talk about them.
We do not discuss sports.
Okay, first off, so you saw Derek Jeter as a rookie.
Yes, I did.
Wow. All right.
Eddie Pettit.
Whoa,
Was
whoa.
back then. Then it was what's his name? Chris Knobloch.
Chris Knobloch.
Right? When he wasn't he came on board, didn't
It was
he?
all Chucky.
Chuck
Boy.
Knobloch.
Oh, sorry.
Got the yips.
Okay,
Nice
but at least I'm remembering. Okay,
Yo, the yips are real though, bro.
but if you okay,
Yo, the yips are real, man.
Okay.
Did you catch the yips?
No, I've never caught the yips, but my catcher had it, and man, he would throw the ball harder back to me than I would throw it to him.
Yeah.
And he is poking every part of the cage.
No, absolutely.
It was it's
wow.
tough to watch, man. It really is.
yeah.
No, dude, I was a catcher. I know.
You were a catcher?
I was a catcher, and I played for school ball.
Where'd you play at?
I played in Sachem.
Okay.
Sachem
Sachem got
Got some Long Island ballers
They got some
here.
good ball. They got some good ball out in Sachem.
No, I was nasty in Sachem and stuff like that, but I just never really pursued it. I left after senior year. I never went into the college thing. I didn't want to go into it. But I did really good. But Sachem, we had it, man, and then we blew it in the not the World, in the New York State Championships. Don't talk about that game.
We couldn't get out of the counties, bro. So I hear you.
Don't talk about that game. That game broke my heart.
Oh, Jesus, really?
So
Yeah.
Frank, you were part of the Stony Brook team that made it to the College Baseball World Series, right?
Yep, back in 2012.
That's legendary, man. So, just out of curiosity, do you still feel the effects? You were a pitcher, right?
Oh yeah.
You still feel the effects of it in your arm?
Man, I played a couple of years after college, and then I hit a point where I would love a new shoulder now, like a new
really?
shoulder, a new.
You're righty or left?
Righty.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm at that point. I can't even play softball right now.
Wow.
But
Yeah, because of the old.
I can't throw the ball from the outfield,
You
and I'm not pitching in softball.
You got to get
Hell
some
no.
stem cells. They got
Did
stem
you need
cells
like
for
that Tommy John kind of surgery
So
kind
yeah,
of thing
Tommy
going
John's
on?
in here. I have like
okay. I didn't know.
I have like some like rotator cuff stuff going on, or like
How did that
something like
happen?
Honestly, man, I
Over
was
the years?
Yeah, over the years, and I played in Australia for a little while. And in the premiership game, they had me throw 156 pitches. Yeah, bro.
What
And,
kind of manager is that?
and I don't even know how I threw that many pitches. Like there was only one run over 9 innings, so I was like 156. What the? And they wanted me to warm up the next game.
Oh, wow.
And I looked at him, I'm like, bro,
Well,
you ain't my
isn't like
coach. Like,
it-
I ain't
Bro,
having.
how did
Isn't
that
it normal for like 98 to 100 pitches, right? For
It's still high.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's still pretty high nowadays.
still?
They
Okay.
work their way into
That's
that.
really high. What are you talking
Do
about?
you think that the pitch clock is going to be bad for pitchers' arms? That there's that less time between pitches.
I don't know if it's gonna be bad. I actually think the pitch clock is really good for the game.
Good
I
for the
think
game, but for the health of the pitcher's arms. That's what I always worry about when I watch.
I think it messes with their mental a little bit more than their physical.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because then they got to worry about coming off at the pitch at a certain time. It's like shooting the ball in the NBA.
Yeah, exactly. Lowering the shot clock. I mean, the biggest rule, they got to get rid of that putting the guy on second base in
It's
extra
the
innings.
worst, dude.
Bro,
it's like an
that's-
instant
Oh, no, that's
end of the game.
insane.
It's just
That's
not-
like some literally like California what was that called? The California Run Rule League or something?
Yeah,
something like that.
No, yeah. I also a lot of people are complaining about the bases getting bigger, but I like seeing something to make them steal more bases. It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
I
as a
do
kid
like
watching
that,
them.
but then I don't because I like it better when the person could cover the base because it makes it more harder.
Yeah.
Like a big base is gonna be like everyone's gonna just be like, okay, boom, but okay, he slid underneath them. Does that count for like the elders, the ones that had the small base?
Yeah, going back
a
to
good
Ricky
point.
days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But they also have the disengagement rule now too, so you can only step off twice. After the second time, they got to be out or they get the base. So
That's in Major League right now?
Major League, they like revamped their whole system. They're trying to get viewership back, but
and it's working.
Yeah, it's
For what
working.
it's worth, people are watching baseball.
just telling them to bring back a Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds,
tell
and
them to
Mark
bring, tell them to bring
McGuire.
back some steroids, bro. We'll take
That's
it.
what I'm talking
Don't
about.
get me started.
Steroids and pine tar. I'm all about it.
Don't open up those syringes.
You gotta bring back Mo Rivera.
Oh, that's
Bricks.
that's a
Throwing him
generational
up.
guy right there.
Throw him out there.
I went to a Met game, Met Rockies like a month and a half ago. 2 hours and 10 minutes. I was home by 10:15.
Wow.
Isn't it annoying though? I want to go to the game and drink a little bit.
That's
Oh yeah, well
my
I don't
original
drink
thought.
anymore.
Oh, selfish.
Yeah,
And I tell you, I thought the
no
exact
one-
same thing. You can't drink and enjoy a game. How are you going to throw up on everybody? How are you supposed to have,
Listen,
upper induced rages at City Field?
Listen, I would either have we would have a van or a bus, and then they would stop serving drinks at the 7th inning. Like, yo, set up checkpoints, get some money. You know what I mean?
They got too much money.
Like, come on. But now
They got too much money already, so they don't need to know more. They're like 7th inning, cut. Because then if anybody goes crazy outside, we can just throw them out before the game's over. But listen, man, this is Danny Rivera, the Advocate. I'm going to be right back. And we're back. Danny Rivera, the Advocate, and I am here with my co-host, Ryan, from The Ryan Show, my man, Steve.
Wait, yo, say your name.
John.
Say your name.
Franco.
My man Franco,
Call him
man.
Steve-O. No, I'm playing. You remember that? You remember that old thing, Steve-O? Like when they go, Steve-O. That's what, that's why I called you that as a joke, because the tattoos and all that. Steve-O.
Just don't
we
feel
gotta
bad, Franco, because, and this is no knock on anything. But for what it's worth, you never remember anyone's name.
Nah, I do.
I don't remember people's names. We have conversations all the
We're
time.
back.
No, I like to call him Steve-O. You don't remember Steve-O?
I remember Steve-O.
That's why he said, say my name. So it's Steve-O.
Fair
Like, you know?
enough. Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I remember Franco.
Roll with the punches. I like it.
Nah. Anyway, man. So, because, we were talking a little bit. You had to throw 100 and something pitches, bro?
Man, I mean, that's not the only time, man. I mean, the most before that was actually in that College World Series game against LSU. I threw 134. And like that, I mean, I worked for those 134 pitches though. The one in Australia, I don't know how the hell I threw 156, man. That was when I got out. I asked my coach. He's like, I don't even want to tell you how many pitches you threw.
What?
Thank God my dad wasn't down there, man. My dad would have had a
Heart attack?
He would have had a
That's
stroke.
insane that they could even put you out there, like a professional ball club could put you out there. I mean, it's one thing in Japan.
Tell
This
me
is
a little-
normal.
Tell me a little bit about the World Series and stuff like that, because that's like really cool. Like, it was what school did you go to?
So I went to Stony Brook. We were back in 2012. That team was a once in a lifetime team, man.
It doesn't happen. To like clear this up, like what division? It was a Division I school, but it was not like one of these schools that normally goes that far. Like,
Absolutely not.
Especially in the Northeast.
What? First off, has there been a Long Island team to ever make it that far?
Yeah, so no, Long Island, no, but Northeast there has been. So
Okay.
we were actually the first 4 seed from the Northeast. So when you go into the regionals, right? It's 6 teams, 4 per bracket, 16 going around.
Yeah.
And we were paired as a 4 seed against the number 1 seed Miami. So we had 52 wins that year. So we thought we were going to be a 3 seed.
Yeah.
And they wound up putting us as a 4, and we ran through that, and then went to LSU for the Supers, and that was the best of 3 game series, and that was, man, you want to talk about a crowd? I still say to this day, the LSU fans, I don't care what sport it is, they are the best fans to play in front of.
Even against.
Oh yeah, against? Oh, they were hilarious. I had a mullet at the time.
Yeah.
Me and my catcher had a mullet going, so like they're yelling Joe Dirt, like
Oh, that's
all.
amazing.
It was all good stuff, man. They're all good guys.
Was it fun? Do you like being the villain or the hero when you're pitching? Home team, away team.
I think I'm more I feel like I'm always the villain when I was on the mound, just because I work quick.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to have any comfortable at bats. So
That must have been nerve-wracking. Not for you, but like that moment, because you're like, man, I got to take this into my hands. So you felt like, between you and me, like even with the major leagues, right? Mm-hmm. Did you feel like, honestly, okay, this is my chance to be seen in front of the whole nation, ready to win this right now in the baseball world?
yeah, man, that was prime time on ESPN. LSU, we were supposed to play LSU at 3:00 in the afternoon. They said that the rain was coming. We didn't see any rain in the forecast. They just never lost that on primetime television, especially in the regionals at home. So we went out there, and I already pitched on that mound in the first game, so I kind of saw, how far home plate looked, where the backstop was at, what the fans looked like, and man, it was nerve-wracking. I think I was more nervous just to have a bad game and then come home and have to deal with my friends, like because they're all sitting here partying in Levittown, partying all over New York.
So they're just watching you.
That's the best part, man. So, and when we got done, it was great. But like, that was the most, I don't even know how they found out that I got the ball. Like, one of my boys hit me up in the morning. He's like, we're throwing a party at the house for you today. I'm like, how the hell did you find this out already?
So
But
crazy.
That was
So
probably the most
legendary.
Definitely
part.
went on like back in the day. The internet looked it up and they saw who's the starting pitcher.
Yep.
Well, there's like a nice YouTube documentary made about the team.
Yeah.
So you guys can look it up on YouTube and learn more about that Stony Brook team. Legendary. What were you topping out at? What was your fastball topping out at?
So I was right around like 89 in college. I was a little harder in high school. I kind of learned how to pitch a little bit more when we got to college. So everything was
Yeah.
moving.
What were your pitches? What was your arsenal?
So I actually threw 7 pitches.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
So it was 5 pitches, but 2 sidearm. Third time through the order, we messed around a little bit. But,
Wow.
2 seam, slider, knuckle curve or spike curve, change up, and a 1 seam. Actually, the Miami coach that we beat taught us this 1 seam pitch. And I threw it the first time. I was like, I don't know what the hell just happened, but I'm throwing this all day.
Wow. What's
So-
the movement on the 1 seed?
Dude,
seam?
it's so when you throw it, you
Yeah.
only see 1 seam in revolution.
Yeah.
So it cuts the ball in half. It can go left or right. I had no
that's
idea where the
crazy.
ball was going.
That's crazy.
You just laugh at guys after they swing at you, like, what are you swinging at, bro? I just went 46 feet in the air.
So what do you think about all these new pitches in Major League Baseball? Like
Oh,
we've got some new ones that everybody's using the sweeper now.
Yeah, the
sweeper seems to be
sweeper,
changing
man.
the game.
The sweeper is just like a slower slider, I
It's a
guess,
slower
right?
slider.
Like, that's-
Yeah, it looks like it's exactly. It's like a
I feel
slow
like
down
we
slider.
always did have the sweeper, even in little, because they used to throw slider, and then they would throw that little thing that would curve back here, come back, and they go woo, and it just
Yeah,
jerk
it's almost like a
right
little
in.
cutter. I mean, it's all about arm angle and arm slot. So
Yeah.
I guess like the guys that are throwing this sweeper are throwing like maybe low 3/4 or high, like mid 3/4. I don't know.
I guess really.
I got a good question to ask him. So, because you're a pitcher, right? Me and him were discussing Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, right?
Okay.
And my thing is, right, what do you feel about if Babe Ruth would have played in this modern era? I'm just saying, like, we took Babe Ruth from like 19. When was a good pitcher? Like 1918.
1918 was the year.
Yeah, 1918, right? And then try to push him into this era. I'm talking about just straight up taking him out of that era. So you think he would adapt to this era?
I would like to think that he would adapt, just considering he was the best player back then. If you're the best player at your time, you're doing something right, man. So I think if you give somebody like that enough at bats, he'll start falling into a rhythm. He'll start seeing the ball a little bit slower, slowing the game down a little bit. But I don't think he'd have quite the numbers he had back then.
There wasn't really movement on a lot of the pitches like there were back then, right? Like, that's what they say.
They were throwing the ball a little slower back then. We have athletes playing the
Yeah,
game now, man.
yeah, exactly.
Like we have guys that are deciding between football, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah. I mean, look at the best players in baseball: Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani.
Yep.
Shohei's like an Asian LeBron,
Dude, Shohei
and
is
Aaron Judge is a physical specimen.
he's nuts. Imagine pitching to a guy like that.
Oh my God!
He's so big.
What do you do? And then he can pitch to you. No, I'm talking about Shohei.
Yeah.
Like, I think that might have been the greatest at bat that I witnessed as a baseball fan at the baseball World Series this year, or the international, the Classic,
Oh yeah, the World Baseball Classic.
the World Baseball
Yeah.
Classic between Shohei and Mike Trout.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shohei
that was-
struck out
yeah.
Mike Trout
That
at
was
the
so
end to win
cool.
the game. That was unbelievable. And even as an American, it was hard to even be upset to see such greatness.
I'm pretty sure that was the only at bat. I want to say one or maybe 3 at bats in Mike Trout's career that he swung and missed 3 times in the same at bat.
One of 3 times.
In his whole career.
You know,
I mean,
it's- but you know what's funny though? That's a repeat of what me and him were discussing when Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig and Fox went against the forkball for the first time,
Yeah,
and the
the
way they
forkball.
struck out. Like people don't realize that was on film.
Yeah.
So that's like why like I put that in the air because
Yeah.
that kind of like that analogy that you just basically said made me like you know what, Ryan? Yeah, that does sound like the past and the future coming alive. But man, I just think about it all the time. All the greats. Like if
Yep.
they would have played in this modern day era, how like everybody like I remember I was telling him, my great grandfather would tell me how Ruth would play because he was actually there when Babe Ruth played.
how awesome is that, man? Have someone with first first-hand knowledge of it.
My great grandfather, he would tell me.
Grandfather, your great. I was gonna say, how old is your grandfather?
I said my
man?
great grandfather.
Oh, I was gonna say, you got an awesome grandfather. He's 140 years old.
Man, my great grandfather, he's seen Ruth, he's seen Garrett, he's seen the 1927 Yankees.
Yeah, that's the team to watch. So, you mentioned, it is a game of eras, right? All sports are games of eras, but I feel like Babe Ruth was just so far and away better than everybody else.
Everybody,
His
yeah.
hand-eye coordination. And the fact that he could pitch like that,
Yep.
He told
I
me
feel like he would have adjusted and
he
been
told
an
me
animal.
when he was younger, right? They used to watch Babe Ruth go up in the stands. Now he came with the Bronx. He was like literally in the old, Yankee Stadium, like when they used to have the huge big.
Oh yeah, man, he was in the concrete jungle over there.
Yes. But listen, he was in, like, you remember when they used to have those weird trophies and all those, like, before Yankee Stadium had like
the Monument Park, like in the actual field.
Yeah. So he would tell me, he would be like, man, we used to watch Roof come up. He would eat like hot dogs, come right out. But he was always good with the kids, he said.
Mm-hmm.
He said Garrett was cool. Garrett was good with the kids. He goes, because I remember we had a game, not gonna say who, but he was being really rude to us, man. And but listen, guys,
I wonder who it was.
I can't give you that. I'll give you it off air. But listen, I just want to give this show everybody a big shout out. We lost somebody to, very close to us. My manager Dave, that was actually in LI News, So this show is dedicated to him.
God bless, man.
God bless Dave, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace,
I just
Biddleman.
want to tell everybody, man, thank you. Yes, Biddleman too.
Rest in peace, Biddleman, man. Great radio host.
And you know what, man? This is The Advocate, and we're going to be back next week.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.